Girls, now that we've watched the video, here's what I want you to do. We're going to do something called a think, frame, pair, share. We've done this before. I'm going to read this part, and you're going to use the sentence frame, waiting on one person to be ready. Then you're going to use the sentence frame, everyone's there, in order to answer the question. Who can I actually have? I'm looking because you guys can probably read this better than me. Who could read this nice and loud? Nice and loud. Nevaeh?
What connections can you make from the song Will Shall Overcome, and what you already know about the civil rights movement of the 1960s?
Thank you, Nevaeh. What connections can you make from that song that we just listened to with the powerful language, We Shall Overcome, and what you already know, that's your background knowledge, of the 1960s? And your sentence frame is going to start with this. The connections I made from the song We Shall Overcome and what I already know about the civil rights movement of the 1960s is. So that's what I should hear. I'm going to be looking for 4 shares. I'm going to pull out of the magic sorting hat, so make sure that you're ready to share. When we track a partner, what voice level do we track at? We track at a 0. Track a partner, 1 partner in 3. Knees to knees, 2. If you're not there, you'll put the card. 1. Thank you for being there. Everyone's there. And use the sentence frames in order to answer the question. Mark 12. Self-control. Ready, set, go. I heard Ella start right away with the sentence frame. Gabriel, who's your partner? Gabriel, you need to find a partner. Why don't you join over here? Oh, thank you, Mark 12. That was kind of you.
I agree.
How patient you're being and you're giving that. Can you share that, Angie? iPads are down, we don't need them. Our hands are empty and not distracted. I need somebody, I'm going to ask one person that I heard say something really powerful to use the sentence frame. Our eyes are going to be tracking that person if she's speaking. It's being all the way. That's being respectful. Okay? So Angelina, our eyes are on Angelina, and Angelina's going to use the sentence frame.
Black people drink from a certain amount and white people have to drink from a certain temperature.
Say, way to go, Angelina.
Way to go, Angelina.
Now bring your eyes back to me. That was really powerful. She's remembering, she's using her background knowledge about fountains. There were white-only fountains and black-only fountains. And she noticed in that video with that white-only language that was on the pool, okay? My first person that I'm calling on to use the sentence frame, I'm pulling out of the magic sorting hat, is Connor. Nice and loud.
The connections I made from the song We Shall Overcome and what I already know about the civil rights movement of the 1960s is that they were holding up the signs and there were different upwards and they had to go to different schools.
Okay, so they had to go to different schools. They had different areas. Good. Give Connor 2 claps on 2. 1, 2. And I'm calling on one more person. I'm calling on Elizabeth.
The connections I made from the song We Shall Overcome and what I already know about the civil rights movement of the 1960s is Rosa Parks helped stood up.
Yeah, you're remembering from that video, we saw that picture of Rosa Parks, and we know that Rosa Parks was on that bus, and she refused to give up her seat. So you're using that part of your background knowledge. Give her 2 claps on 2. 1, 2. All right, now I need you in learner position. I know that a lot of you have lots of background knowledge. Don't worry, this week you're going to have lots of time to show all of it. Go flip a card, please. You're going to have lots of time to use all of your background knowledge this week. What I'm going to do right now, in order to give you the text connection part, in order to make your inferences, I'm going to read you a story called We Shall Overcome. And this story is by Debbie Levy. This is a picture of Debbie Levy. And all I want you to do today is think about how this story talks about equal rights, how the language in the story is powerful, and what inferences you can draw based on your background knowledge. I'm waiting on 2 people.